Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, July 2nd, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Houston Astros vs Texas Rangers. The Houston Astros are 45-38 overall this season. They are currently 5 games back of first place in the American League West Division. The Astros are currently in second place in the division as they have won 4 of their last 6 games entering Sunday afternoon. In their latest game, the Astros lost 5-2 to the Rangers on Saturday, July 1st. The Astros' only 2 runs came in the final inning of the game as Kyle Tucker hit a 2-run home run. Hunter Brown pitched 4 innings and allowed 10 hits and 3 earned runs in the loss. On Sunday, the Astros will start Sean Dubin. The right-handed pitcher is 0-0 with an ERA of 10.80. He has 2 appearances this season with both times coming in relief. In his last appearance, Dubin pitched 2 innings against the Cardinals and he allowed 2 hits and 1 run. In his first appearance, he pitched 3 innings and he allowed 5 earned runs and 7 hits against the Mets on June 19. The Astros have a team ERA of 3.58, which is the best in the league. The Texas Rangers are 50-33 this season and they are currently in first place in the American League West Division. The Rangers hold a 5-game lead over the Astros for the top spot in the division. Texas has the 3rd best record in Major League Baseball this season. The Rangers have lost 5 of their last 8 games entering Sunday. In their latest game, they defeated the Astros 5-2 on Saturday, July 1st. The Rangers opened the scoring and led 5-0 leading into the 9th inning, which led to an easy win for the team. On Sunday, the Rangers are starting Andrew Heaney. The left-handed pitcher is 5-5 this year with an ERA of 4.38. The left-handed pitcher has started 15 times this season. In his last appearance, Heaney pitched 5.2 innings and allowed 6 earned runs and 6 hits in the loss to the Tigers on Monday, June 26. Heaney has an ERA of 5.91 during home games this year. He also has an ERA of 3.71 during day games. He has dominated the division as he has an ERA of 2.97 against the American League West in 6 starts. Heaney pitched 5 innings and allowed 2 hits and 0 earned runs in a no decision against the Astros earlier in the year. Sure, here is the rephrased text. Dubin has struggled in his first 2 appearances in the big leagues, allowing 10 earned runs in 6.1 innings pitched. He has a 9.00 ERA and a 1.80 WHIP. It will be difficult to side with him and the Astros in his first ever start. The Rangers, on the other hand, have a strong offense that is hitting .284 against teams in the same division. They have been especially good against the Astros, scoring 11 runs in their last 2 meetings. Martin Perez will be starting for the Rangers, and he has an ERA of 2.97 against American League West teams. He is a good pitcher who has the ability to keep the Astros' offense in check. Based on these factors, I recommend betting on the Rangers to cover the spread. These 2 teams have some of the best offense in the league. They are able to hit the ball way and score enough runs to outlast some poor pitching that will be featured on Sunday. The 2 teams ranks in the top half of runs scored. The over is 4-0 in the Astros' last 4 games during Game 3 of a series. The over is 12-3-1 in the Rangers' last 16 Sunday games. Take the over on Sunday. Detroit Tigers vs Colorado Rockies. Matt Manning will toe the rubber in his 2nd straight start after being out for 2 months. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits across 5.2 innings and did not factor into the decision Tuesday against the Rangers in his first appearance. He walked 4 and struck out 4 in the nice outing. Manning pitched pretty well in his return to the mound and left with a chance to earn the win, but Detroit's bullpen gave up 6 earned runs in an 8-3 loss. The righty had been out since April due to a fractured right foot. He showed some rust with a season-high 4 walks, though it was an otherwise promising outing. Manning gives the Tigers a boost with so many starters out due to injuries, but it is the Tigers' offense that has caused the most problems for the club this year. Manning enters this start at Coors with a 4.15 ERA and 1.27 WHIP over only 17 innings. The Rockies will start Connor Siebold in the final game of this series. He took the loss last Tuesday, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits and 1 walk over 5 innings against the Dodgers. After being scratched from his last start with a right arm issue, Siebold turned in a solid outing against one of MLB's top offenses. Though Siebold owns a 6.19 ERA as a starter this season, he held a 4.50 ERA over his first 8 starts, 40 innings, before giving up a combined 13 runs across his last 2 appearances. He'll look to get back on track against one of the weaker offensive units in the majors. Entering this game, he has a 5.98 ERA and 1.46 WHIP over 61.2 innings as a starter and reliever. The Rockies will start Connor Siebold in the final game of this series. He had a tough outing against the Dodgers last week, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits and 1 walk over 5 innings. However, he gets a much easier matchup against the Tigers, who have one of the weakest defenses in the league. The Tigers are next to last in slugging percentage and average the second fewest runs per game. They are also 29th in run scoring on the road. Additionally, they strike out over 9 times per game on the road. This is not a good recipe for success against a pitcher like Siebold, who has been effective in his last 2 starts. The Rockies have won 4 of 5 against National League West opponents, and I believe they will continue their winning ways in this game. I recommend betting on the Rockies. Colorado has been serving up runs on a platter to opposing teams at home. Thankfully, the Tigers are in town and they lack any reliable punch, but Colorado has not done as well as you would expect at home. They are averaging less than 5 runs per game at home, while their opponents are registering a whopping 6.62 runs against them. Detroit has problems running into just 1 run, so do not expect much from them against Siebold, who pitches well against mediocre opponents. It was only his last 2 starts where he experienced major blow-ups. In their last 10 against Detroit, they are only scoring 3.60 runs per contest. I expect the Rockies to win, but do not expect your typical Coors Field final score in this game, considering how poorly each offensive unit is performing. Take the under. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Los Angeles Angels. The only head-to-head data that we have for this interleague clash is Friday night series opener, which the Diamondbacks won 6-2. Entering Saturday's game, Arizona was 5-5 in their last 10 games. Zach Gallen gets the nod in the series finale, and it'll be his 18th start of the season. The right-hander comes into this one at 10-2 with a 3.02 ERA and 1.09 WHIP over 104.1 innings pitched. Most recently, he faced the Rays and gave up 4 earned runs on 5 hits and 2 walks over 6.0 innings. Gallen won his 3rd straight decision in the 8-4 win, and the Diamondbacks are 4-0 in his last 4 starts. Shohei Ohtani's efforts on the mound and in the batter's box have single-handedly kept the Angels in the playoff race. Entering Saturday night's game, Los Angeles was 1.5 games out of the wild card. However, they were just 3-7 over their last 10 games entering Saturday. Reed Detmers takes the ball in Sunday's finale, and he'll be making his 15th start of the year. The left-hander is currently just 1-5, but owns a 3.77 ERA and 1.28 WHIP. He faced the White Sox last time out and limited them to just 1 earned run on 2 hits and 2 walks over 7.0 innings. It was Detmer's 3rd straight no decision, and the Halos are 1-2 over the 3-game sample. The odds makers believe that this game will be close, with the Diamondbacks as a slight favorite. The Angels are just 3-7 over their last 10 games, and I believe that they are ripe for a letdown. Arizona's starting pitcher Zach Gallen has been dominant against the current Angels roster, holding them to a .107, .138, .107 line over 28 at-bats. Well, that doesn't include Mike Trout or Shohei Ohtani. A solo shot from either of those players shouldn't be enough to kill our bet. Both Gallen and Angels starting pitcher Shohei Ohtani are in great form, but I believe that Gallen's presence and the depth of the Diamondbacks lineup will be enough for them to secure the win. I recommend betting on the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen had a respectable June, going 3-0 with a 3.69 ERA and 1.23 WHIP. He's in Cy Young form this year, and he's not really showing any signs of slowing down. On the flip side, Reed Detmers has been even better recently. In 5 June starts, the Southpaw posted a 2.05 ERA and 0.91 WHIP over 30.2 innings pitched. That includes a stretch of 4 starts where he has allowed just 3 total runs. So, despite having 2 great offenses in this game, I'm going to play the under here. These pitchers are in excellent form and should match each other's intensity. Not to mention, some of the getaway day lineups teams are rolling out nowadays lack the most talented players. The pitchers should win the day on Sunday. Give me the under.